What if the hardest part of building enterprise software isn't the code? What if it's the chaos before the code? You've got AI agents and tools that don't talk to each other. You keep starting over because no one agreed on what you were building. The new Joule Studio is the solution built for this moment. Think of it as an agent harness. The model brings the intelligence, and Joule Studio brings everything else. Your business processes, your enterprise architecture, SAP's domain expertise and best practices. Joule Studio delivers the speed and simplicity of vibe coding for the enterprise, producing output that is reliable, secure, and SAP compliant out of the box. We call this intent-based development. First, the developer describes the business challenge in plain language to Joule. In this demo, we're building a complete tariff disruption response solution starting from a single prompt. A retail manufacturer needs to detect when sudden tariff changes hit their open purchase orders, calculate the margin and customer commitment exposure across SAP and non-SAP systems, and coordinate a cross-team response before the financial impact compounds. Joule immediately activates the intent analysis skill, not just interpreting the prompt, but doing live analysis in parallel across core systems to see if it needs to build an agent, workflow, or application to solve this business problem. Agents in Joule activate MCP servers to access the AI Agent Hub in LeanIX and start building a solution that inherits the full intelligence of your enterprise landscape. The agent also runs the prompt through the SAP domain models and SAP Knowledge Graph to validate the recommendations against SAP best practices. The analysis confirms the landscape. SAP ERP is the primary data source. Joule generates the idea board by reading your actual process documentation and your real system landscape before producing a single requirement. Now you see that Joule recommends a 3-layer solution with an AI agent, an N8N agentic workflow, and extensions. It also leveraged the Signavio integration to understand relevant business processes end-to-end before a single requirement is written. With the solution confirmed, Joule generates a full product requirements document grounded in your processes and your people. It's a shared source of truth that can be used for stakeholder approval, and it even estimates the impact on KPIs. The technical specification translates these business requirements into an implementation blueprint complete with mapping of all artifacts that need to be built and assembled. Now, we can build. From the specification, Joule starts by generating the Trade Impact Analyst AI agent, which is coded in Python and natively supports the agent-to-agent protocol. When a tariff shock hits, the agent processes the event inputs, queries SAP ERP for PO supplier and product data, calculates margin impact, identifies customer commitment exposure, generates a prioritized action list, and identifies duty mitigation options. The LLM equips agents with planning and reasoning capabilities, while document grounding anchors the agent in supplier contracts, tariff schedules, and vendor performance history for informed decision-making. Next, MCP servers are added as tools to connect the agent with third-party capabilities, in this case to read delayed orders and if needed to explore other vendors for transport. The agent pulls live external data alongside SAP data, letting it work across your full system landscape, not just SAP. That's an impact assessment that used to take a procurement team 3 to 5 days, now delivered in minutes, with full traceability back to every affected order. Developers can switch to Pro Code View and use their AI development tools of choice, for example, VS Code Claude or Cursor, and work with any agent framework, such as LangChain, Llama Index, or Pydantic AI. Within minutes, you've gone from an idea to a working agent with intent-based development in Joule Studio. Low code to pro code, single agent to multi-agent, SAP to non-SAP, all in one environment using your tools and frameworks of choice and grounded in your business context. Next, Joule builds 4 agentic workflows covering every phase of the disruption response cycle. The Disruption Event Response Coordinator receives the agent's assessment and fans out simultaneously to 4 teams: procurement, trade compliance, supply chain, and finance, each with structured action items, context, deadlines, and escalation paths. This is one key pattern in Joule Studio. The agent reasons and hands its findings to the workflow layer. In other solutions generated based on customer need, N8N workflows can also embed AI agents that reason within each automated step. Both patterns are available in Joule Studio. The agent handles the reasoning. The workflows handle the response. And everything they produce flows into one place, the dashboard your teams will actually use. With Joule Studio, you get one workflow, end to end, across every system boundary, including AI agents, deterministic steps, approvals, integrations, and events built for real execution with retries, exceptions, and scale. Now, our agent needs a new app to maintain custom data from disruption events, affected purchase orders, action items, and mitigation options. Joule brings in the custom data model integrated with SAP ERP, as well as data products from Business Data Cloud. Then it generates the data models and the business services with API calls supporting the AI agent, all following SAP best practices. The UI for the app can be previewed within Joule Studio. With this trade disruption command center, leaders get real-time visibility across everything the agent and workflows are producing. Active disruptions, margin at risk, affected purchase orders, response status. All live. Leaders stop asking, "Where are we on this?" because the answer is always on screen. The app is ready to be deployed into the Joule Studio runtime, but if you want to improve the code or add new features, you can also push it to Git. Use your IDE of choice and your preferred agentic development tools to continue making changes as you see fit. Once the solution is built, developers can use AI to generate test cases, validate the solution, and review results for quality assurance before moving to production. The testing experience is integrated within Joule Studio. With testing complete, the solution is ready for deployment. After deployment, developers gain centralized visibility into agent performance and execution in Joule Studio, tracking metrics such as failed traces, run completion, and latency. This is also where the managed runtime for Joule Studio kicks into gear. There's no cluster to configure, no compute to provision, no observability dashboards to wire up. SAP handles all of it. Runtime configuration, scaling, security, and lifecycle management from the moment you deploy. IT gets the guardrails and visibility they need. Developers get to stay focused on building. To wrap up, let's recap what we just saw. A tariff shock hits, and instead of that incident turning into a week of spreadsheets and escalations, the whole response happens in one place. Impact identified, options modeled, decision made, actions taken. And then, instead of doing that again from scratch next time, Joule Studio turns the whole process into a reusable agent. This means your team is actually getting better at responding to disruption over time, not just surviving it. That's possible because the agents doing this work aren't generic. They understand your business, your processes, your data, your SAP landscape. These agents are built to SAP best practices by default. This isn't just a fast, one-time fix. It's a reliable solution tailored for how your business operates every day. That's what Joule Studio delivers as the AI development solution for agents, apps, and workflows. Scan this QR code to sign up for early access today.